Hello everyone and welcome again. So today I'll be doing some practice problems on the product rule. So I just have a couple examples. If you want to pause the video and try to solve them before you see the solutions, that will also be great for your practice. I will also be leaving some practice problems at the end of this video. I would love to see your comments. All right, so in this problem, where we are asked to find the derivative of these three functions using two methods. First of all, we have to use the product rule, and then we use by trying to multiply the expression, and we will compare our answers. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So let's go ahead and start with number one. We have y equals to x to the power 5 times x to the power 6. Now, if you recall from the previous videos, we said that the product rule says what? So if you have f of x, in order to take this derivative, let's say f of x is equals to g of x times h of x. In order to take this derivative, what do? We take g prime of x times h of x, then we add h prime of x times g of x. Okay? And if you find this a little bit confusing, I recommend that you go back to my previous videos. The title was the product rule, and I explained it in great details. All right, so let's go ahead and do that here. So I will go ahead and call this one my g of x, and I will call this one my h of x. All right, so y prime, or dy dx, is the same notation, so you can say dy dx equals, so g prime of x is what? Is 5x to the power 4 times x6, which is h of x, plus the derivative of h of x, which is 6x to the power 5 times times g of x, which is 5 x to the power 5. Now this will be equals to 5x to the power 10. You add because they have the same base, plus 6x to the power 10. And this will be our y prime of x using the product rule, right? So this is our product rule. Now let's go ahead and try to multiply the expression and find the derivative. So if I multiply the expression, I will have y equals to x to the power 5 times x to the power 6. They have the same base, so I just add the powers. I will get x to the power 11. Now what is y prime here? We're just going to use our power rule, right? So power down, 11, 11 minus 1, power minus 1, so 11 minus 1. So this will be 11x to the power 10. And of course here, I did not add them up, but they're both to the power 10. So this equals to 11x to the power 10, right? Y prime x, so about that. So obviously we can see that the answer is the same, right? If one of these were not, if these two answers were different, then obviously you did something wrong. And it's good to go back to it. I mean, in many problems, your teacher may ask to solve in both methods just to make sure you actually fully understand how to use the power rule and the product rule. And I think here the key thing is understanding how to add or how to multiply expression of these natures, right? Same base, different powers, how to add them up. All right, moving on. Let me go ahead and do number 2, right? Again, if you want to pause the video and try to do this one, please feel free to do so before you see me do it. All right, so here you have y x to the power 9 times x to the power 4. Same concept. I'll go ahead and choose this one as my g of x, and this will be my h of x. So y prime, or dy dx, equals, so g prime of x, which is 9x to the power 8 times x to the power 4 plus 4x cubed, which is h prime of x, times g of x, which is x to the power 9. So this will be 9x, same base, we add the powers, so x to the 12 plus 4x to the 12, and this will be 13x to the power 12, right? This was our product rule. Now let's try to multiply the expression, right? Okay, so y equals to what? X, same base, we add the powers, so that will give me 13. Now what's y prime of x? Y prime, or dy dx, we use the power rule. This will give me 13 power down, x power minus 1, 13 minus 1, which is 13 x to the power 12. So indeed, our answers check. Okay. All right, the last one. We have f of x equals 2x plus 5 times 3x minus 4. Okay, same thing, power rule, product rule. This is my g of x, and this is my h of x. So f prime of x will be g prime of x, which is just 2 times 3x minus 4, my h of x, plus h prime of x, which is 3 times g of x, which is 2x plus 5. So I get 6x minus 8 plus 6x plus 15, distribute, right? And so here I get what? 12x plus 7. Okay? All right, so this is done, my f prime of x. Now let's do the same thing by multiplying the expression, right? So I will distribute, so I will go this multiplied by this, and then this multiplied by this multiplied by this, and then this multiplied by this. So I'll get what? 6x squared minus 8x plus 15x minus 20. So this will be 6x squared plus 7x minus 20. So this is now my simplified f of x, where I multiplied the expression. Let's go ahead and find the derivative of this. So I get what? Derivative, since they are all these expressions are added together, we take the derivative separately and then add them all together. So I'll get what? 12x plus 7, right? Using the power rule here, and here 7, because x to the power 1. When you do the power rule, you're just going to get x to the power 0, which is just 1. So f prime of x equal to 12x plus 7, and this indeed matches this one. Right? I hope this makes sense. In the link below, I'll be leaving some practice problems, and please feel free to do them. By no means is an obligation, but I would love to see your comments in the comment section. And thank you for watching.